What's up guys, Luis here, the Brazilian investor, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how Celsius Holdings did with their earnings in 2020. I'm going to leave a link down below if anyone wants to access it, and I really recommend that you guys do and see for yourself how they're actually doing. First, let's talk about earnings. When a company announces its earnings, they show many important metrics in the financial statements. Is it profitable? Is revenue growing? How exactly are they doing if you compare to its competitors? This being said, if Celsius, for example, releases good earnings, the stock should go up, and if it releases bad earnings, it should go down, right? Something between those lines. In reality, that doesn't necessarily happen all the time because the short term can be so unpredictable. That's why I always try to take advantage of earnings to add more shares if a stock falls. Celsius fell 30% when it announced its fourth quarter earnings for 2020. But in my opinion, their earnings were really good. Maybe what happened was that in the first 3 quarters of 2020, they beat expectations by a lot. And in the fourth quarter, they just met their earnings per share expectations. However, look at what they're doing. The growth is happening right now, so there was no reason to not add more shares when I saw the opportunity. Everything they did in 2020 is on the right, and only in the fourth quarter is on the left. That being said, the total revenue for the fourth quarter was up 48%, a $11 million increase. United States revenue grew 66% to 28 million in the same time frame. Celsius earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, aka EBITDA, had an increase of 401% compared to the fourth quarter of 2019, which is very good. If we look at 2020 as a whole, the annual revenue growth was 74%, exceeding $130 million, and in the US reached a 60% increase. While the growth wasn't a lot for Europe and Asia in the last quarter, the international revenue grew 128% compared to 2019, showing that they are still in the beginning of the worldwide expansion, which can increase even more the price of the stock. Their gross profit was just as good as the revenue, increased by $29 million, reaching a little over $60.9 million, which accounts for a 90% growth to the 31 billion it had in 2019. Celsius have a very good liquidity with more than 43 million in total cash and only a million in debt. Exactly, 43 million in total cash and only a million in debt. When talking about competitors, Celsius is a baby if you want to see together with Monster Energy Drink, for example. They have a market cap of $46 billion, and Celsius is close to the $3.5 billion mark. So there is much more growth in the long term of the company. Their management team is awesome, the drinks are scientifically proven, so I would say it's really a matter of time until we see Celsius reach at least $20 billion of market cap, which will be a 5x from what they have now. I note that the stock has been up more than 100% in the past year, which is insane. But I believe there is more to come because, as I love to say, the future, Celsius future, is really bright. That's gonna be all for today, and as always, have a good one and stay safe.